take a piece of that cake. This is my time to eat, I was given a taste. I was too small to see, now I got what it takes. I got all that I need, I got all that you want. Writing is on the wall, I ain't changing no font. I ain't settling no more, ain't got nothing to prove. At the end of the day, all that's left is the truth. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Right up the middle, nobody wants it all.
And the coach? Well, the coach was Vince Lombardi.
And he is stopped. Great defense. Taken down. Knocked down. Pressure coming right up the middle, and down he goes. The football, put it on the ground.
And there's the first down. And off it's out and hit the backfield. Kyle Kennard with another knife slashing inside move.
Leadership, courage, performance, discipline, strength, agility, acumen, excellence. The 2024 Lombardi Award, presented by the Rotary Club of Houston.
It is one of the most prestigious college football awards on the calendar, and since its inception back in 1970, it has been handed out right here in Houston, Texas. Hello everyone, I'm Daniel Gotera, and welcome to the recap of the 2024 Lombardi Award presented by the Rotary Club of Houston. Despite completing its 51st edition, there are still some that don't know this 40-pound block of Texas granite makes its home here in Houston, Texas. 54 years ago, the football world lost a giant of the game. Vince Lombardi is one of the most recognizable faces in the sport. And when he passed away after a fight with colon cancer, the Rotary Club of Houston wanted to honor his memory by creating an award with his name on it that recognized the best college lineman in the country. After all, that was the position he played in college. But this award is more than just football excellence. Its mission goes way beyond the field, as Steve Werner, the nephew of Vince Lombardi, explained in a video that was shared at this year's award gala.
Hello, my name is Steve Werner. I'm the nephew of Vince Lombardi. My Uncle Vin was the oldest of 5 siblings. My mom was the next oldest. Soon after my uncle passed away from colon cancer, my representatives of the Rotary Club of Houston asked my mother if they could establish an award in his name. My mom loved the idea and talked to my Aunt Marie. She loved the idea, and their only request was that any net proceeds from the award would go to cancer research. And the Rotary Club of Houston has raised over $4 million for cancer research over the years. So that's a wonderful tribute to my uncle, and we appreciate this award so much. And the fact that it's been going on for 51 years also shows how hard many volunteers over the years have worked on this. I wish I could be there tonight, but I'm going to be with some family members who have cancer currently, so it's still affecting our family. And I hope to be back next year. But thank you to everybody who's worked so hard to make this a great award, to raise funds for cancer research, and to recognize outstanding college players. So, thank you.
Thank you, Steve, and continued prayers for the Lombardi family, that's for sure. Over the last half century, 50 players have seen their names etched on the side of this Lombardi trophy that you see right next to me. This year, we added a 51st member to that exclusive club. 4 finalists were picked out of a preseason watch list of 90 players. And those 4 finalists, Kelvin Banks Jr. from the University of Texas, Will Campbell from Louisiana State University, Abdul Carter from Penn State University, and Kyle Kennard from the University of South Carolina. So let's learn a little bit more about these players, but we start with Abdul Carter, who couldn't make it to this year's gala, but he did send a special message.
This is Abdul Carter with Penn State Football. I'm sorry I was unable to attend tonight's event, as our team is back in Happy Valley preparing for our playoff game. I would like to thank the Lombardi Award Committee and the Rotary Club of Houston for honoring me tonight. I couldn't be more thankful. I would also like to congratulate the other finalists. Thank you again. We are.
I keep saying it over and over again since I've been here. I'm just so happy to be in this position, to have my peers kind of allow me to be here and understand like the hard work I've put in to get to this point in my life. I'm very grateful. It's meant the world to me to be at the University of Texas, especially the education and the football aspects, kind of best of both worlds. I go back sometimes and I look at my freshman year, I'll be like, man, that was me? Golly. But no, just looking at my development from my freshman year to my junior year, it's definitely a great experience to go back and watch, definitely a humbling experience as well. I mean, it would mean everything just to have my name etched in history, especially for UT and the Lombardi Award itself, just to be up there with those greats, guys who came before me, like Brian Arakpo, Derek Johnson, people like that. I want to be a part of that. I'm happy that I'm a finalist and happy to just get my name in that kind of conversation.
It's special for me, just, like you said, growing up in Louisiana, I always dreamed of running out of that tunnel in Death Valley, and for me to be able to do that at LSU for 3 years at a high level, it's everything I could have dreamed of, and I really just thank God and my family and all my coaches and teammates. The way that I approach everything is I will never be outworked by another human being. So that's where I kind of try to separate myself, is the way that I prepare, not just before the games, but the whole months before, the 12 Saturdays that you prepare for. So that's the biggest thing for me. I just try to outwork everybody. LSU has opened so many doors for me, not only as an athlete, but as a person, just with the connections that I've made with people throughout the state of Louisiana and the people around the program that have helped me, grow as a person and a player. Is somewhere that I'll always be able to go back to, and a place that I'll always be able to call home.
Since last year, it's been nothing short of amazing and a blessing. I think I've grown a lot as a player and a person. I feel like on the field, I've been developed in ways that I could never repay back to my coach, Sterling Lucas. You're making plays when you're making plays, and then it kind of all builds up. So you're like week 1, and then week 4 comes in, and it's like, okay, I got this many sacks. And then you look up week 12, and it's like, you look back, and I'm like, I have 11.5 sacks, and however many TFLs, and however many pressures and stuff, and you're like, wow. I let my work take care of itself every week, and now I've put together a All-American kind of season. We always talk about how nobody thought it would be this beautiful for us. I mean, everyone thought that we weren't projected to win as many games as we did, so I'm glad I was able to help us do that. And then, this has been nothing but us for that. It's a prestigious award that, a lot of greats came through here and won, and even been finalists for it, so it's something that you'd be in great company.
Coming up, we take a closer look at the impact this award has had as we go behind the scenes with the players visiting local hospitals, and we hear from past winners of the award as our look back at the 2024 Lombardi Award continues.
Thanks to the generosity of the Lombardi family, all those years ago, the Rotary Club of Houston has used this event to raise millions of dollars to help fund cancer research and help patients and families that are battling this disease.
Cancer is an enemy of all of us. Just like the college lineman, though, who fights the battle on the field, cancer researchers fight the battle of this formidable disease.
Welcome back. As you heard in the first segment, the Lombardi Award, since it started, has raised over $4 million for cancer research patients and families. One of the unique moments of this two-day event when the players come into town is when they go visit young men and women, we call them the frontline kids, at local hospitals to interact with them, talk about life, football, video games, anything you can think of to kind of distract them from their everyday fight. Those interactions mean a lot for those kids, but they leave a lasting impact on the young men that play this game.
It was amazing. Meeting every one of those kids. I mean, I have kids myself, so being able to put a smile on those kids' faces and just make their day and inspire them, blessing.
All those people are fighting a lot bigger fight than anybody, any football player is. So for us to be able to go up there, sign a football for them, take a picture with them, make their day. I mean, it's that's what it's about. It's bigger than the game.
Just being able to go out there and see kids smile and hopefully brighten their day. One person said when we walked in, he was like, "Y'all made my day better today," and that kind of made me really just think and understand how much of an impact we were making for those kids today.
Praying for all the situations and how they are, and then I'm also giving thanks about my children and that they're healthy, and just how good of a situation, how good of life you have, no matter what you think is going on with you. There's always someone in worse shoes.
You can't take things for granted, and understanding like anytime you can make somebody happy or put a smile on their face, to go do that.
It was just great to see them, and I think, seeing a new face with us and being able to come in and, just talk to them and, get comfortable with them, it was super special.
So we had a great time at the hospital today. We had all these wonderful guys with us, and Miss Texas, who is amazing. And so it's been just a really wonderful day. And we have a sort of a mantra at the Cancer Center. It's around a poem called "The Warrior is a Child." And this was a poem that was written in 1994 by a 14-year-old who had been diagnosed with leukemia for about 6 weeks. And I walked in to see her, and she had a spiral notebook, the old kind with like the wires in it. And she had written this poem. And we read this, and this really is a statement to what we're about and what those kids are about. It's called "The Warrior is a Child." Gazing in the mirror, I see a warrior's face, fully clothed in armor, no fear and no disgrace. A tear it never offers, a smile it always gives. No sadness does it show, but what a life it lives. Needles going in as blood is taken out, but still no sign of pain, no cries to make you doubt. Each day you see this person and think that they're so brave. Each day you see us laughing. The tears are ours to save. So when you see our armor and think we're calm and mild, remember this one thing: the warrior is a child.
Something the Rotary Club of Houston takes pride in is the Rotary House Hotel, a full-service hotel dedicated exclusively for accommodating the needs of MD Anderson patients and their families while in Houston visiting the world-renowned MD Anderson Cancer Center. One of this year's finalists has a close connection to that facility, as Will Campbell's family explains.
It's definitely surreal. It is a very happy occasion for us to be here this week. Both of my parents were patients at MD Anderson, and it was my mother when Will was much younger, but my father, within more recent years. So we definitely have a history at MD Anderson and at the Rotary House, and I'm very thankful that he got the opportunity to see it firsthand.
I can remember it like yesterday, whenever me and my mom, we were actually in TJ Maxx in the mall in Monroe, whenever she got the call that my grandfather was going here. And he was in and out for 14 years. So yeah, I'm very familiar with the great work that they do for people, and they helped him. And yeah, like I said, it was really special.
It is a tremendous blessing. It's almost a safe haven, so to speak, when you're going through sickness and illness and uncertainty, to have somewhere to go, to land that is, convenient and accessible to the hospital and all the doctors and your appointments. It's truly a blessing for a family.
Coming up, we hear from Houston Texans star Will Anderson Jr. about what it was like for him to win the 2022 Lombardi Award, and we unveil the winner of this year's edition. Stay tuned. On the night before the event, the Lombardi Award hosts an annual VIP kickoff reception to welcome the finalists and guests to town. This year, that event was held at True Anomaly in Edo. Another great crowd on hand, as not only did we celebrate the players, but also the efforts that helped make this year's edition possible.
And at the end of the day, it really is about the cause, and the cause is cancer research. And over the years, this organization has raised more than $4 million for cancer research. Everybody in here has been touched by cancer in some way or another, so this is a very important cause, and certainly near and dear to my heart, and certainly all of yours. So we appreciate all of the efforts that you all do to support not just the cause, but certainly these gentlemen here.
It was a great event. Attending that evening were former Lombardi winners Tony Casillas and Walt Potulsky. One of the things the Lombardi Award prides itself on is maintaining relationships with its past winners. A lot of these guys went on to play in the NFL and go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. One of those guys recently that won the award stayed around town, not by choice, but by selection, was Texans star Will Anderson Jr. We caught up with him, the 2022 winner, and the 2011 winner, Luke Kuechly. Here's what they had to say about winning this award.
I thought the Lombardi did a really good job of making sure that everything was good there, man. It was just a time, man. The other players around, it was nice. It was really cool. It's just a blessing to be a part of it, and it's just a testimony to your teammates, because they help you reach these goals and aspirations in life. And so I just have to give all credit to them, and of course God, because He sets you up for all this. I've just been blessed, and I was blessed enough to receive this award, and He's just always working His favor over my life. And yeah, I was excited. It was a good night. I think it's what you do off the field when nobody's looking. The film study, how you're working on yourself, and then you win an award and you just think back to those moments when you were working, when nobody was looking at you. What were you doing? What were you trying to get better at? And I think that's what separates you. So for me, when I got those awards, it was just looking back at all the hard work that I had put in leading up into that moment. Yeah, man, it was very special just to take time to, be a blessing to those kids. They were really great. We had a really good time talking to the kids and learning about their families and learning about their background and just making their day. And I think on a spiritual side of it, I always say, it could be so much worse, you know what I'm saying? You're over here complaining about this, and this person is going through something that's 10 times worse than what you're going through. And I think that's just a life lesson to just appreciate the little things, because there's somebody always out there that's got something harder than what you got going on.
To have the opportunity to travel and go meet a bunch of these guys that I grew up watching and playing with, to me, that was the coolest part in the moment of coming down for the Lombardi Awards, is meeting a lot of these guys that you got to watch play primetime football games when you were in college. It gives guys an opportunity to meet new people, go to different situations, be around people you typically wouldn't be around, and just talk to guys about their life playing football and what they've been through, what they went through, and what it took them to get where they're going now. You look at those guys, and then you look at what they did off the field, and they're all involved in the community. They go to these hospitals, they make these kids smile. So a lot of what gets talked about is, hey, you want to be like the player on the field, but you also want to be like the player off the field. And I think you can learn a lot from children in situations like that, because I think they are some of the toughest individuals out there, because they don't know any better. This is their situation. This is what they're in. All they want to do is get better. The names that are on that list, you guys do a great job of picking guys that have tons of success, not only in college, but moving forward. So it's cool to say that your name is next to those guys.
After the break, we unveil the winner of the 2024 Lombardi Award, presented by the Rotary Club of Houston.
The Harris County Houston Sports Authority takes pride in our work in maintaining Houston sports venues, but also we take pride in being able to highlight and give back to our community through events like this. The Lombardi Award is more than just a trophy. It serves as a sign of hope to many in the fight against cancer.
Unfortunately, I lost one of my best friends, my father, to stage 4 brain cancer. What I can tell you, and forgive me if I lose it here, all of you have to. One thing that what the frontline workers did in research centers, they gave us the only thing that we could ask for at that time, and that was time. So I am forever grateful for the work that those in this field do.
Welcome back. After months of football, film breakdowns, and voting, the Lombardi Award came down to the wire in one of the closest votes we've seen in a very long time. There to announce the winner the night of the event, and to you guys right now here at home, longtime college football coach Jackie Sherrill and a longtime friend of the Lombardi Award, the perfect choice to make the big announcement.
There's over 1,700 potential guys that can be here. So you're talking about 0.04% that have a chance to get here. So congratulations. And as a coach, the greatest reward you can have is see one of your players win one of these awards. And I got lucky in 1980 with Hugh. I'm amazed every year that the Final Four of Lombardi, all of them are great players. They all have a great career. And this year is Kelvin Banks, Jr. from Texas.
This award, man, it really embodies what I want to be in life. I want to be disciplined. I want to be able to put smiles on people's face without wanting something in return from that. And just the way I go about life, being a leader on and off the field, I'm just happy to be a part of this history and then this prestige guys just behind me. And I'm just so happy to receive this award. So I just thank all the guys who came before me and the guys who's going to come after me. So I thank you guys for having me out here. I thank the Lombardi committee and all the guys who voted for me. So thank you. Okay.
Congratulations, Kelvin, the Longhorn, coming back home to Houston to win the 2024 Lombardi Award. That's going to do it for our show. We hope you enjoyed every second of it because we enjoyed bringing it to you. For everyone behind the scenes that made the Lombardi Award possible, to the folks at the Rotary Club of Houston, to the Harris County Houston Sports Authority, we thank you for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you at number 52.